Hey there, I'm Eliza.
And I'm Dave.
And we're with Ancestral Evolution. And today we're talking about liver.
Yay, gross.
Beef liver.
Yeah. I hate liver. I just find it disgusting, just the taste of it. It's got that sort of metallic bite, and because it has a lot of iron in it. But the truth is, liver is a superfood. It is probably the best food for a human to eat. If you were just going to eat one thing, it is literally like a multivitamin, minerals. It has everything you need
so nutrient
in liver, and which is why it's always been prized amongst whether it's Native American tribes or really anywhere in the world where meat is a normal part of the diet. Liver is considered one of the most, because it is really the most nutritious part of an animal you can eat. So today we're going to look at how to dehydrate liver and to put it into capsules that you can swallow, so you don't actually have to eat it.
Yeah,
there are several companies that sell this product, but it's very expensive.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey. So especially when in our neck of the woods you can get a pound of pretty darn good grass-fed beef liver for about $3 a pound. There's no reason to spend all this money on these capsules. So we figured that we would try our hand at making this and see if we can do it ourselves for a lot cheaper.
Yeah, and we usually get about a quarter to half a cow at a time anyway, and we get the liver and we get everything, all the different parts. And I'm often very reluctant to eat the liver because, again, I find it really gross to the taste. So this way, we've got it anyway, and it's affordable, and we're not going to have to pay tons of money to buy some product and have it shipped and everything when we can just get local grass-fed beef with the liver and make it ourselves.
Yeah. So we're also going to do a cost analysis on this and see how much it costs us to make our own capsules versus what it would cost if we were to buy them.
Yeah.
So yeah, come along and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So here's our liver. Yum, yum, yum. So I just kind of rinse this under some water, and I'm going to weigh it first of all. All right, so we got 1 pound and about 4 ounces. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind this up in the blender, and then we're gonna dehydrate it. Plop all of this right in here. So next I've got my dehydrator, and I've just got these trays on here, these mats. I'm just gonna kind of pour some liver on each one. Maybe about a cup or so. I'm just going to kind of spread it out. It's like fruit leather, but made out of liver. All right. So I'm just going to do these with the other trays. I'll be right back. All right. I've got all of my liver on my trays here. I'm just going to stick them in the dehydrator. Close it up. And to dry this, I'm going to set my dehydrator to about 110 degrees. That ensures that we're not going to lose too many of our nutrients in the liver by dehydrating it at too high a temperature. Now, the USDA is going to tell you that it has to be 160 degrees, so bear that in mind. But I'm using 110 for our purposes today. All right, so our liver is dry. It ended up taking about 36 hours total to get it completely dry. So it's kind of like fruit leather, but it's liver. Yum. All right, let's see how much we weigh now. Okay, we're at about a little over 7 ounces. Now, we started out with, what, a pound 4? So what I'm gonna do now is just kind of break this into little pieces and stick it in my blender. And we're going to pulverize it into a little powder. So I still have some chunks in here, so I'm actually going to try this in the food processor and see if I can blend those into a nice fine powder. Most of it looks like it is in powder in here, but there's just a little bit left. So I'll try to get rid of that. This is looking pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's definitely much better. I I think it's small enough to go in our capsules. So I'm just gonna dump this in my bowl here. All right, now for our capsules. So I've got a bunch of these 00 capsules that I got. All right, so we've got our liver pills.
All right.
Woohoo! So we ended up with, what, 270 liver pills. It was a little bit fiddly to fill the capsules because you do have to place all the capsules individually in the capsule machine, but I feel like once I get more of the hang of it, it definitely got faster as I got
Yeah, it took you
better
like
at it.
45 minutes, but you got quicker. So probably the next time, probably a half hour.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, 45 minutes for 270 capsules. So
yeah. But probably a half hour
not
once you're
terrible.
used to doing it.
Yeah.
So, and as far as there wasn't, I was worried that with the dehydrator, again, I don't like liver. I think it's disgusting as far as the smell and the taste. And I thought it was going to smell the whole house up like,
Yeah, it really
dehydrated
did.
liver. You really couldn't even smell it at all.
Yeah. I would
So-
get like a little
I mean, if you're standing right next to it, you could maybe detect.
every once in a while,
Yeah,
but it really
was,
wasn't bad.
It was almost nothing.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, and I think dehydrating it at a lower temperature also helps with that, I would think. But yeah, and as far as the capsules go, the cheapest way to get capsules, I think by far, is on Amazon. You can get them in like 1,000 or 5,000 huge bags of them, and I think it works out to 1.2 or 1.1 cents per capsule.
And that's like the 00 is what these are, right?
Yeah, those are.
So yeah, sort of your standard kind of vitamin, whatever.
Yeah,
type
they're like
thing.
large vitamin ones.
But they're easy to swallow. I mean, I can swallow them 2 at a time. But even for people that have trouble, they're 1 pill at a time is pretty easy to swallow. They're not very big.
Yeah. So yeah, we said 270 capsules out of. We started out with about 20 ounces of fresh liver. So I calculated it ends up being about 13 and a half pills per ounce of fresh liver. So depending on how much liver you want to eat, you can kind of decide accordingly how many pills you want to take a day. I think I'm probably going to do like 6 pills a day, do like 3 at lunch and 3 at dinner kind of a thing.
Which is a decent amount.
Yeah.
It would be the equivalent of eating, what, a couple servings of liver a week if you did that every day?
It would be about probably 3.5 ounces a week if you did that,
Yeah.
which I think is reasonable.
Yeah. And you could do less. I'll probably do maybe 2 to 4 a day. Because if you're doing it pretty much every day, then you're constantly getting all the nutrients from the liver. And it's not like, you're just, it's not like if you were just eating liver once every blue moon, you're still going to get way more overall if you're doing, say 4 a day.
And I think we're definitely going to be consuming more liver on a more regular basis by doing it this way rather than cooking.
Oh,
At
for
least
sure.
beef liver.
Yeah, and certainly for me, in that I consumed basically 1 bite of disgusting beef liver about every 6 months and gagged on it. So yeah, this will
This is an improvement.
big giant improvement for me as far as how much liver I consume.
And we've got a lot of liver in our freezer too, so this is a good way to use it up.
Yeah, we of course have sheep and processed lambs, and we get lamb liver, and then we also
we
get
got
a
lamb liver
quarter,
and
a local quarter cow every so often, and we get the liver and use that.
So yeah. So as far as cost goes, if you are getting the most expensive grass-fed organic liver from Whole Foods, you're paying somewhere, at least where we live, about $5.99 a pound for your fresh liver. So if I were paying that for these pills would end up being about 4 cents per pill. Now, if you're buying supplements online somewhere, those pills are going to be about 16 or 17 cents a pill. So by doing it yourself, you're basically quartering your cost.
Yeah, and probably even less if you're doing like us and you're getting a quarter or a half cow processed local. And again, it's a local, we always get local grass-fed, natural raised cows.
Yeah.
And if you're doing that, then you're talking about, it's 2-3 cents probably tops for that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's extremely inexpensive to do.
And definitely, if you have some farmers around, talk to them and try to try to get stuff from them before you go to a big box store or something like that. I definitely think shop local.
Yeah. But it's worth your time. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a lot
seriously.
cheaper than buying, you know, and there's some real good companies out there that make these exactly like this. And the one in New Zealand's the biggest one. And they ship all over the
Is
world.
it
and
Ancestral?
something,
called
yeah, something with ancestral in it.
I'm not sure.
But Dr. Berry, Ken Berry, MD, several other people have recommended it. For people, again, that don't like liver and that are kind of like me, that really just cannot bear the taste. So these are great, but hey, why not do it yourself? It's so much cheaper.
Yeah,
and if
it's
you
so
got
cheaper.
a dehydrator, then you know you're good to go. And if you don't, the dehydrator will pay for itself in a matter of a year or two. I mean, and we use ours for
definitely.
freaking everything
We use
under
it
the sun.
all the time.
So yeah, it's pretty
So,
much always
anyway.
running, whether it's mushrooms or beef jerky or something.
Something.
There's
Liver.
always something. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So anyway, try it, see what you think. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and be sure to just subscribe also so you don't miss out on our future videos.
Yeah, and if you make some yourself, let us know how that goes for you, and how, if you had any difficulty, maybe what temperature, if you did, what did we do?
110.
110,
is
yeah.
what I did.
Maybe if you're doing
Yeah.
it more or less, or just whatever, you know, any little tweaks or adjustments you think maybe are an improvement or not an improvement.
Also, be sure to check out our classes on Skillshare if you've not already.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. See you next time.
See you next time.